No mistake from the Frenchman.
God, should have been the man. Yes, sir. First class flights on the
Absolutely sensational. Here comes Ward-Prowse. Loftus-Cheek takes aim.
This is Corner Flag Talk.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us once again. This is the next part of our club analysis. It is the transfer talk. We're going again with the Blues. At this point in time, the Court of Arbitration has not ruled on Chelsea's transfer ban, so we're going to go under the assumption that they would be able to go about their activity in the 1920 transfer window. Well, yeah, this part of the season anyways. So we're going to go into it. We have three positions we all agreed on, and then one where you kind of had your choice of it. So we're going to get straight into it. I'm going to kick us off with the striker. We all know of Chelsea's struggles last season at the strike position. They tried out various players. They tried Hazard as a false nine. They tried Higuain. They tried Morata. They tried Giroud. And all didn't work out. So to kick us off, I'm going to go with a dream signing of Mauro Icardi. Just came off of a really turbulent season with some off-pitch issues with the Inter Milan board, including his wife, who's also his agent, Wanda Icardi, who has a very public appearance and public persona that caused him to have conflict, which included him being stripped of the captaincy. Just really quickly, we use Transfer Market on this show to get our values for all players that we talk about here. Icardi was marked at 72 million. I probably think given his off-pitch issues, Icardi might go for a little less than that, maybe a little more, you never know. But that was my dream signing. Realistic for me would have been Callum Wilson. Just came off a phenomenal season with Bournemouth. And still at 27, he's at his peak years at just 27 million as well. I think he can maybe step up. Has shown his ability to look really good with wide players, most notably Ryan Fraser. And I think for the Blues, he might be a really astute signing in an attempt to push talent from lower down in the league. Stefan, let me hear what you have to say.
Well, I agree with the Icardi scenario. I think he'd be a great striker for the club. You know, he scores goals, link up well with the players around him, doesn't fall down at the first contact like previous strikers we've had who just went back to Atletico this season on loan. You know, I think he would adjust well to EPL because he's a little more physical than the other strikers. I know we have a physical striker in Giroud, but he don't score now. He's scoring you ready.
Yeah. Man score when you want.
Realistically, though, I could see Chelsea spending $45 million because that's what he would on Memphis Depay. You know, it'll be surprising to some, but he went away. He got more mature. Even though people say he had the shot already at a big club, he got more mature. He links up well. He scores goals for fun. He doesn't stick to the striker role. He roams and links up and everything. He's involved in the build-up, so I think look out for that.
For me, I agree with what I say with the Mauro Icardi, but also was between Icardi and also Paulo Dybala. I feel Dybala being pushed out to the club by being in the spotlight of Ronaldo. I feel like he'll also be a good acquisition to Chelsea. He's another player like Icardi, very physical, low center of gravity, similar to like how Hazard was, and he's very versatile. He can play on top, he can drop back if they want to.
Yeah.
We don't know what's his Tammy situation, but I feel like a realistic signing that Chelsea could possibly pull off is Edinson Cavani, who has 1 year remaining on his contract, and right now it doesn't look like the contract talks going in a positive direction with PSG. So I feel if they have to swap with Neymar, I know they want to bring in. If I talk with PSG, want to bring in Coutinho. I feel at this point PSG needs to catch it, or Cavani might go for free, and I feel he'll be a big target man for Chelsea.
Alright, so the next position we have here was the wing, and since you went last, you'll get to go first. So what do you think about the wing position for the Blues?
For the wing position, I feel having already acquired Pulisic, I feel another acquisition on the wing could be Nicolas Pepe, who had a wonderful season, who had transfer market value at 60 million.
Yeah.
Who had 22 goals, 11 assists. I feel those numbers speak for itself, and he'll be another outlet for the goals in Chelsea. But I also feel more realistic signing they could go for is a man being pushed out of Barcelona at the moment in Malcolm. I feel if Neymar is to come back, he's after having limited game time with Barca this season.
Yeah, that's a good shot, man.
And I feel he needs to look for a club to go where he could actually shine. Because having wonderful end product in Bordeaux, I feel like he needs a club that could make him a first team, and I feel it could happen in Chelsea.
Yeah, I think that's a really, really good shot. Raj, what you had to say about that?
Well, we agree on the Pepe signing.
Yeah.
I think he's a dynamic player. He offers everything you want in a winger. The pace, the physicality, the strength, just the eye for goal, the eye for a killer pass.
Yeah.
Great player. I think, the last time Chelsea signed a player from Lille, look what happened. He turned into Eden Hazard, So, I think I agree with you. That's a great signing for Chelsea. Realistically, though, I think is a guy we already signed, a guy we have in the system already, and that's Christian Pulisic. He costs 57 million. That's around where Chelsea like to spend. Chelsea don't like to overspend. And that's the kind of player the board would typically like, A good guy, not really... He's still young. We hear about him for ages, but we have to remember he's only 20 years old. So he could still develop into a great player. We never know. But, people don't really look at him as the, starting type. And I feel like, he could start off as a backup and then grow into the role with Hudson-Odoi on the next side.
For me, so again, that's 3 for Nicolas Pepe. Just solid start for those who listening. Nicolas Pepe stood at just over 49%, as we spoke about in the last episode with Hazard. Just over 49% of Lille's goals this season. He was a phenomenal monster in the French division as they pushed to finish second place behind the eventual champions of PSG. I think he would be a phenomenal addition in terms of adding a real threat. And I think that word threat is an important one in that you need to be able to scare teams. And he is a very, very great winger in the making. Obviously, he only has one really top tier season to his name, but he has all the physical attributes that he should be able to make it in the Premier League. And for me, somebody who's already in the Premier League at 27 million is Ryan Fraser. He just came off a really great season with Bournemouth. We just spoke about his link up with Callum Wilson, and I think that he might be able to make that step up, and at just 27 million would be a great budget signing and has an excellent end product record for Bournemouth, the Cherries, this season. The next position we're going to talk about here is the centre back. And Steph, as the fan of the club, we'll let you go first. So Steph.
Well, at centre back, to me, there's only one name in that conversation of dream, and it will be Dillard. Now, I hear talks about him signing for a host of other European teams, but that's not really what we're talking about. To me, I would love him at Chelsea because, even though he's 19, you could see he's a leader. He's the captain of a team at 19. That's phenomenal to me. You don't see that happening just so. He's big, he's tall, he's strong, he offers that physicality. And, I feel he could only get better once he comes to the best league in the world. The challenge that Premier League strikers will post him will only serve to make his game better, where he could develop into a world-class player. So, not only just coming to Chelsea, I think for him, to be honest, just coming to the Premier League will make him a better player. But as a fan of Chelsea, I would really want him to come to my club.
Right.
And he's valued at, about 60 million around there. He will obviously go for more. Realistically, though, is another guy who already in the Chelsea setup, and that's Kurt Zouma, A couple years ago under Mourinho, he was our starting defender. Unfortunately, freak injury held him back and allowed for David Luiz to come back, Rudiger to come back, and Christensen to step in front of him. But I think given the chance, given a manager, giving him confidence and a consistent run in the team, he could get back to the monster we know he could be eventually.
Virgil, we had to say to that.
I'll say, looking at the centre back position, I'll say a dream signing. I feel Chelsea could get that well, all around, just boost the defense would be Koulibaly. I feel like him coming into that Chelsea side, I feel like he's a player perfect, and a lot of big teams after him. But I feel one club that fit his style is Chelsea. I feel like him coming there alongside Rudiger, I feel like that would be a solid partnership. I feel like if he come, and I feel
that's not lightning quick defenders.
And Koulibaly has good numbers putting down in Napoli, but I feel coming into the Prem, working under being a starter and able to be a leader in the back. I feel Koulibaly could do amazing in Chelsea, and they value him at 75 million by now. Napoli have an asking price for 100 million, but I feel another realistic sign we could go for could be. I see Umtiti as a realistic sign because I know Barcelona are looking to sell players and recoup a little money. Because I know they want to challenge, or want to battle with Real Madrid for signing players and all those things. So I feel one of the defenders that might be pushed out is Umtiti. I know they transfer market value at 60 million. I feel Chelsea that'll be a decent price for him.
Wait. So my dream signing was Umtiti, but I guess I just rated him rather low. But I think, I always speak about how for a team that tries to play out from the back that our left footed centre back is so key to that. We look at how good Laporte started in at Man City. We look at how Barca uses not just Umtiti but even Longley. And I think Umtiti would be a really good partner for Chelsea. If once he gets over his little knee problems, I think he'd be a great partner for Rudiger. Great on the ball, phenomenal athlete, and a really, really good all-round defender. And I agree with Stefan on the realistic side. His kids came off an excellent season with Everton. I really flew under the radar through Everton's characteristically up and down performances. But I think he can really come in and slot back into the Blues defense.
And he keep here remain on the bench.
I know we have our wild card position. So for me, I went with left back, and I felt like, as much as in the last episode I spoke about how Emerson stepped up, I'm not too sure yet if he's of starting quality. So for me, I went with David Alaba, valued at 50 million. Lucas Hernandez just signed for Bayern, and you're not too sure how yet. Oh my God, Bayern's manager name slipping on the moment. Kovac. What kind of setup he's planning to use there. So we could be looking at David Alaba being on a move, has always been up there in top left backs in Europe. A very, very versatile player, could play anywhere, play the centre defence, could even play the midfield. And I think would be a great signing for Chelsea FC. And as a realistic signing, I went for somebody who has spent the last year playing on the wing, but grew up like he's not still a teenager. Has played his trade earlier as a left back, and that's Ryan Sessegnon. That's a little bit more expensive than you expect a realistic signing to be around 35 million around there. But after playing with Fulham in the league this year, you didn't really see him being able to make his career as a winger. He didn't really have that flair to him, but as a left back, he's really, really solid. And once he's willing to go back to play into that position, I think that would be a great acquisition for Chelsea. Given his years, that he could be the defender for the next few years to come. Virgil over here,
For that, I looked at the left back position. I looked at Juventus with Alexandro. I feel him, I know he will be a lot of money. So I told him in the dream team category. I know they value him at 75 million, but I know that is far off any asking price Juventus will ask for him, seeing that they might be losing some defenders in the future. I feel like he will be, that piece in the Chelsea defense. He's good at bombing on the wing and all that, and joining the attack and helping. But for a realistic signing, and I see Chelsea could sign is Nice's their right back, which is Yusuf Atal. He is very versatile. He could play both on the left back and right back.
Cool,
He could also play play right wing, and just valued at 20 million. And obviously, the price from the club might be around 20-30 million. I feel him coming in after the season he had, where from defense he scored 6 goals. I feel he could be what Alonso used to be for Chelsea last season. I feel he could be a good acquisition for Chelsea.
Yeah, let's say Raj.
My wild card position was midfield, and basically it's because of a lot of things that are going on. Loftus-Cheek has this freak ankle injury, is going to keep him out till next year. My dream signing in midfield to hold it down, play alongside Kante, and even Loftus-Cheek could be Isco. I've been a big fan of Isco since his Malaga days. I think he's an exceptional midfielder. Killer pass, could chip in with goals, very deft on the ball. The ball doesn't leave his foot. The center of gravity is low. Right now he's worth around 54 million. So I think that's my dream signing in midfield. Realistically, and Chelsea fans gonna like this, is Mason Mount. And a guy in our system again, and people say a lot of things. He didn't do much on his loan spell at Derby. He scored 9 goals, and I think continued work in a high level club, just practicing with guys like Kante and other midfielders in the club, will only continue to up his level. He's young and he's trending upwards, and he could only get better. So
the next Frankie James.
Yeah, he was a student under Lampard this season, and if all the rumors go right, if Lampard does come to Chelsea, I don't see why he can't develop into a Frank Lampard-esque type player.
Alright guys, so that's it for this episode. As usual, follow us everywhere: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're on YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Make sure and hit us up there, subscribe. Our website is up, you can get everything up there, latest news and whatnot. We'll catch you guys in the next episode. Take it easy, see you soon.
God, said I've been the man, yes sir. First class flights on the Delta. Check still sitting on the dresser, yes sir. I settled for the lessons. Said I've been the man, yes sir. Head down but I stay blessed up. God told me that I'm next up, yes sir.